This could be huge for the Quest 2. What you're seeing on screen right now is a VR first-person shooter, but it might not be what you expect it to be. What do I mean by that? I mean that this is actually a little game called Roblox. Yes, Roblox. When I think of Roblox, the first thing I think of is this, not this. But the reality is that this game is actually built inside of Roblox by someone with a username Pop-Tart Noah. And I'll put a link into the description to their YouTube channel where there are more videos showcasing what they're doing in Roblox with this VR first-person shooter. But it all comes down to the fact that this is being developed on the Roblox platform. Why should you care? Well, this week, Roblox was actually teased as coming to the Quest sometime in the future, or at least potentially. Blockseat News tweeted on the 15th, "Get ready to experience the Metaverse in a new, immersive way. Hashtag Roblox is officially coming to another device soon. Can anyone guess what it is?" And you can see on the screen, the logo is very obviously the Oculus logo, and they tagged MetaQuest in the tweet. On top of that, MetaQuest actually responded to a comment in this Twitter thread. Now, if you would have told me that Roblox was coming to the Quest 2 in the past, then I probably would have not cared one bit, as it's just not my type of platform. But with seeing this first-person shooter crazy gameplay having been built in Roblox, it gets me excited for what can be developed on the platform and hopefully what it brings to the Quest and mobile virtual reality. Now, there are other reasons this is going to be huge as well, not just the fact that we can get games like this, but also the fact that this will pull in a large, and I'm talking large audience to virtual reality. More money in VR means better games, bigger IPs, more adoption, all of that stuff. Plus, it might actually pull a lot of that younger audience that some people don't necessarily want in their games to Roblox. Also, we've got a pretty huge update to Horizon Worlds as well. It's actually a brand new update for the Horizon Worlds main home menu has actually started rolling out. You used to log in and you would be standing on that floating platform. Now, some users are getting a brand new penthouse that they can actually log into when they log into the platform. I have not got it yet, but I do know some people that have, including Mr. Getting Things Done, or not him necessarily, but his wife actually got the update. What you're seeing on screen right now is actually a video capture from his Twitter feed showing the video where his wife walks through the new penthouse. You can't currently invite anyone over to your home penthouse as of yet, but that seems to be planned for the future, so you can invite people over to your home and customize it and all of that stuff. Now, with Horizon having launched in the UK as well, which if you did not know that, you can now play Horizon Worlds if you live in the UK, and it'll be launching for more European countries later on this year. Hopefully we'll see a lot more updates to this platform. Also, I just got the opportunity to get access to Into the Radius, the beta of the game, and I played for a little while, and I have to say I'm very impressed. You're seeing some of my gameplay on the screen here, and I'm definitely going to do a video for the channel possibly next week, but I just want to play through for a while to see exactly how it plays and get a little bit farther in the game. But the gameplay is really cool. Like I said, this is an early version of this game. It is in beta, but it already plays and looks really good. And it's a very in-depth game. Like, it's a full story experience. And even though it's on Quest and it doesn't look as good as it does on PC VR, it still looks pretty darn good. The mechanics of the game are really cool too. It's a true survival game. You even have to keep an eye on your magazines and your gun and the condition of them, recondition them with lubricant, clean them. It's got a lot going on to it, and I adjusted a little bit that I played. It was already really cool, so I can't wait to continue playing through more of Into the Radius. Also, this could be a big deal for some people. Mark Zuckerberg announced on Facebook that they are bringing an avatar store for their flat avatars. So that's Instagram, Facebook, and wherever else their meta avatars work. What that means is they're partnering with real brands like Prada to bring fashion, or at least clothing, name brand clothing, to your avatars. This isn't in virtual reality yet, but he does mention in the Facebook post that it is coming to VR, which is going to be pretty awesome. I actually have wanted to be able to buy virtual clothing for a while for my avatar, just because I think it adds some sense of uniqueness, because not everyone's going to spend money on the same thing. So even if it costs you a couple of bucks to get a shirt, some sunglasses, or however much it's going to cost, I think this actually adds a totally new level of avatar customization. But I'm excited for this because it translates into some of my favorite games, like Golf Plus, for instance, that uses the Meta avatars. Meta also released a new video this week that is kind of a concept video, sort of, if you will. It's like a futuristic design video showcasing what the metaverse is to Meta and what they want to do, or what they envision the future being like. It's got a futuristic headset that probably doesn't actually exist, and it shows things like a virtual learning system, someone virtually performing surgery. It's a really cool video, and it kind of is inspiring, even though it's probably a long way off, like probably a decade off from what a lot of this is. Maybe not quite so much, but it's a fun little hype video, sort of, that kind of can get you excited for what the future of virtual reality, or at least what they deem as the metaverse, could look like. I'll put a link in the description to the video. It's worth watching just because I think it's pretty cool to imagine what the future could look like compared to what we currently see right now. There's some interesting games that just came out or are coming out, and I wanted to mention. In fact, I think all three of these are on App Lab, so don't miss out. If you're not using App Lab, make sure that you check out one of the App Lab databases, because there's some really cool games like Bocce Ball. Bocce Ball just released, and I've played some of it, and the physics work really well. The art style is kind of simple, but it's really cute and kind of cool. There is a single-player mode with some bots that actually have some pretty funny dialogue while you're playing against them, but it's also got multiplayer. So if you like Bocce Ball, I think that's how you say it, Bocce Ball, this is definitely something you should be checking out, and it's a lot of fun. Like, I've never played this game in real life before, and I found myself trying to continue beating the AI just because it's a fun game, and it's going to be even better to hang out with people in VR and actually play. Speaking of simple sports you can play, there's a game coming out soon called Axe Throwing on App Lab, and I had a chance to check this out as well, and it's actually quite fun. I've always wanted to throw axes in real life, not like at people or maybe zombies, but no, I'm talking about those locations you go to and throw axes at the targets, and that's what this is. It's currently only single player, but there is co-op coming in the future, so you can stand and throw axes at a target with your friend. Now, this next one blew my mind. I'm working on a video for this. In fact, I want to do something really cool for this. This is called Dragon Fist. It is on PC VR on Steam. I think it's been for a little while, but this game is actually done by the same developer as Rogue Ascent, I believe, and it's fantastic. Like, it's playing Tekken or Street Fighter, essentially, a little more realistic in virtual reality. Dang, it's really satisfying. And then it's got a lot going on. Like, you feel like a real kung fu master as you learn to dodge and push the hands of people out of the way while striking with one hand. You can also kick and jump. It's fantastic. Let me just put it this way. I really enjoyed it. It's a great exercise, too. It's essentially like taking Thrill of the Fight, except for you don't have to use room scale and fighting against tons of different opponents. There's a lot of opponents. There's 40 different characters that you can actually play as, I believe, and they all have different special moves. It feels like a legitimate arcade fighter, except for more realistic and way more satisfying. And the mechanics are really well done, even down to being able to use things like open fist. You can hit them in certain pressure points like their solar plexus. You can poke them in the eye to blind them. Well, that's pretty much it, but let me know down in the comments what you think. Are you going to grab one of these 3 games that I mentioned that's either out or coming out? Are you excited for Into the Radius? Maybe you're excited for Roblox. I know I am, just because I want to see how the platform evolves in virtual reality and what we can get from it. But let me know down in the comments what you think. And if you want to get the most out of your quest, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. And you can check out more of my videos right there on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and happy questing.